Week nine, cultural studies. I watched Riverdale. It's actually a show on Netflix, and that's what I watched. It's a show I don't like because I try to look at it and try to relate to it, and it's practically impossible. Compare this show to a viewer who loves the show. Okay, clearly, the kind of person who would love this show, potentially a teenager. I get it because it's geared around teenagers. But the reality is, most of the information or most of the things that take place are at school. Uh, Very rarely do we see the kids in class, if ever. They have a lot of lounges and a lot of conversations take place in classes, and there's like nobody in the class. It's just like empty classrooms. They drink coffee at school, and I just don't know. I can't relate either directly or indirectly with that type of lifestyle. Um, so Yeah. So, what experiences, lifestyles, values, and cultural practices do I think the viewer who loves the show might have? Obviously, somebody who's come from a very, very privileged lifestyle. And I don't mean just going to private school. I mean, my kids go to private school, so that's not enough. Um, they must be like, like super duper rich kid, like kids of a president or something, because their issues are probably not typical that most of us would experience. What ways do you feel this program reinforces hegemony? Um, to me, this show is the epitome of hegemony. Um, and it's all about power and them deciding what's important and a constant power struggle, even between people within the same family. Could be father and daughter fighting for power. Um, so, to me, that's not very, very typical. In relation to this program, which of all such positions do you think you hold? Probably a little bit of all of them. Particularly just the power and the ideology and the ideas behind um, them always trying to get power and just their ideologies becoming um, inherent or existing throughout the entire town. Nobody has like typical issues, but everybody's issues are forced around this particular power struggle that these people are undergoing, you know, um, episode after episode. And I don't know if I mentioned, but this particular show, Riverdale, is not. It's not like one series. It's a serialized series. So there's a lot of back information that I kind of know because I've watched it before. Um, but even if you were to take a glimpse at it, you would see pretty quickly, what this story is kind of based on. After watching this show, do I feel a new appreciation for the show? Probably not. Um, Obviously, it's doing well, so um, somebody likes it. Somebody can relate to it. I guess it just depends on who it is. Maybe it's maybe it's just teenagers because they're all juniors in high school. But I can't imagine adults would. But even in the past, teen shows. Even though I'm not a teen anymore, but I can kind of relate because I've been a teenager before. But now, I don't necessarily have a real appreciation or any change in my appreciation for the show. Um, it just kind of provided definition to certain things that I was already thinking about this show. I just didn't have the terminology, by the philosophers who actually study this kind of thing. But it's pretty much what I expected. That's about it. Thank you.